And I want to welcome you into this space. Please come into your own space. As you can see, I have my things set up behind me, so I have a mat kind of crisscrossed over each other because I'm into soft things when I'm doing my yin practice. And this is my first time on Insight Timer, so thank you for coming and checking this out. I hope you enjoy this practice. And you can always use the chat box. Just let me know audio sounds good. You can faintly hear maybe some birds coming in. Welcome everyone coming in for the yin practice tonight. It will be a 60-minute practice, but I've opened an hour and a half of time on Insight Timer, so I can stick around and chat. We can meet each other. If anything comes up in the practice and you want to debrief, that's cool with me. Sound and pick is good. Thanks, Debbie. Thank you so much for confirming that for me. So yeah, as we welcome people in, please go ahead. Oh, I see Emilio, Jose. I don't see names above photos. Thanks, Emilio. Jose Garcia for first time session. Welcome. I know where you live. Yeah, so come into your space. I like to use things in my practice to bring me into this space, such as an essential oil. Tonight I just rubbed a little bit of lavender to calm myself. If you have any medicines you want to just light up some incense, anything like that, always being mindful that we don't set the house on fire. So come in, get comfortable. I want to make sure everybody is aware we are going to use a strap tonight to help us out, and we're going to use blocks. Just two poses is supported. You can also use pillows and cushions like I have behind me. You might want a blanket. We're starting to get down into the fall weather, so I'm going to stay warm. So as we welcome everyone in, we're about 2 minutes into, I just want to give a little bit of grace as we come in and welcome you to this yin practice. It's the first time I've ever offered a practice where the other person can't speak to me in real time. I've done live sessions on Zoom and in person, but never in this format. So thank you, Micah, for saying hi, Samantha and Emilio. Yeah, so get yourself comfortable. We're going to start in Shavasana. If there are anyone who's new to yoga, hi Judith, greetings to you too. If there's anyone who's brand new, please just let me know. Very happy to give more words, more cues. My practice will mostly be an eyes closed practice, and I will try to cue you mindfully as I flow through this practice together with you. So Shavasana is where we're starting in our corpse pose, and I'll get myself set up here and we'll jump into it. But for those who are coming in, get yourself nice and set up. I'm going to use a blanket on top of my yoga mat. Really encourage you to get as comfortable and to honor yourself as much as possible. I will monitor the chat, but because I am doing this practice together with you too, I might have moments where I'm not responding right away. But Dee, it's nice to see you from Victoria. Thanks for coming. So as you come into Shavasana, you might find that as you come down onto your mat, you might feel well enough with legs bent, one leg bent. Maybe you have support underneath the knees. Anything to make you feel more comfortable, more grounded as we come down into our practice. Slowly maybe wiggle the tailbone. Lift the right shoulder, tuck it under. Lift the left shoulder, tuck it under. Come with palms face up. Maybe your feet are turned out, whatever's comfortable. Close your eyes now. Start to discover your breath. Notice the sounds in your room. Notice if you want to tuck your chin a little bit, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Yin is a practice of slowness, It's a practice of coming into the body and fully giving it time to recognize where it is, how it's feeling. We will hold our poses for 3 to 5 minutes, and I am using a timer, stopwatch, so I try to aim to make sure that this practice is balanced for your left and your right side. Take a nice deep breath into the belly, blow it up, and release through the mouth. If you're just coming into the space, find yourself nice and cozy. Take a nice deep breath in again, fill up the belly, and exhale. Again, take a nice deep inhale. A little bit more, a little bit more. Exhale. Thank you for coming into this practice with me today. We're going to stay on the floor. We're going to want to have our strap close by to us. Notice the heart. If you find yourself going through the list, thinking anything other than our breathing, than being in the space, totally okay. But come back to the breath. Look up into the third eyebrow, right in between the two eyebrows. You can even touch it to help find that focus. When you're ready, grab your strap. You can keep any prop or remove it. Slowly bend the legs so the feet are on the ground. There are no points for moving quickly. If you're moving faster into a position than I am, I encourage you to embrace the slowness. I encourage you to move so mindfully that you're aware of every shift so that the body can really talk. All this new science coming out about how the body remembers, how the body stores trauma, how the body holds on to stress. This is our opportunity to find out if anything is lurking inside. So slowly bring your right foot up off the ground and bring your strap around the base of your foot. If this is already feeling challenging, go ahead and just put your ankle on top of your left knee and leave it there, gently embracing that stretch. If you can, we're going to extend the right foot up, pressing the heel into the sky. The knee can be bent. If you can extend so that you feel that heel just reaching up to the sky. You want to make sure our arms are feeling nice and relaxed. Our shoulders are still on the ground. There's no tension, but this is an intense stretch. If you want a little bit more, you can extend out the left leg slowly. And we're here for 3 minutes. So try to find the breath. Keep the eyes closed. Notice any urges to change or shift the position and just go with it. But the idea is that we create stillness. We become the sloth. Nice, beautiful breath coming in, filling up the belly, gently releasing out. If the leg shakes, if it starts to feel too much, you can always loosen, and you can always inhale, and on the exhale, deepen. Sometimes we'll talk to the body part and say, it's okay, let it go, 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 let it go. Really helps. Gentle reminder to keep that heel pointing upwards. If you've softened off, focus in on that energy coursing through the back of the back leg. You're halfway there. Thank yourself for showing up for this practice. Thank your body for bringing you into this space, for allowing you to do these movements. And in that last minute of this held stretch, take a moment to see, do you need to be kinder to yourself? Do you need to lessen the grip? Or do you want to inhale and exhale, coming in just a little bit deeper, that space that we're creating here? And I appreciate that I'm providing a visual for you, but one of my biggest learnings, one of the greatest teachings that's empowered me in my practice, was learning from Paul Grilly, skeletal variation. Depending on the skeleton and the makeup of your bones and the curve of each edge, your body will visually look different and engage muscles differently in each pose than potentially myself, than the person sitting next to you. And so it's okay to just close your eyes and feel into that back of the leg and just let it stretch. Your hand or your foot will either help or hinder your ability to engage in a pose. So if you believe your foot needs to be a certain way, it's not true. I'm asking you to point your heel up. And slowly we're going to not put our foot down, but slowly loosen our grip. If you're using the strap on either side, just cross it over if you can, making an X. You're going to point your toe towards the opposite leg, so inwards. And you're going to slowly move your foot, still pointing your heel, just gently across your body. It is such a small movement, and you will start to feel some energy, some heat, maybe some discomfort. I definitely still, after doing this practice, still feel a heat go up the back of my hamstring, up the back of my leg. So we're gently pushing that big toe in towards the left side, pushing our heel up, and just gently holding it with our arms nice and relaxed, shoulders on the ground. And we're here for 2 minutes. If it's too intense, simply lessen the degree of which you're coming across your body. If you're not feeling it enough, point the toe a little bit more, push the heel a little bit higher. Focus in on the breath. Inhale and exhale. Halfway there. Notice if the mind drifts and any discomfort. Come back. And slowly bring that foot back over top of the hip, loosen the arms. Now we're going to point the toe to the outside. So our foot's curving to the outside. And we're going to slowly bring that leg back across. Just a minuscule amount. Wow, I'm feeling that. Yin yoga is the practice of the mind, observing the mind. If you're new to Insight Timer, maybe that means you're new to meditation, new to yoga. If you've been here for a while, you are probably a seasoned meditator. Yin yoga is a practice of active meditation. And the slowest creatures, the starfish, the snail, the sloth, the manatee, whale. I looked up slowest creatures in the world. This is how they go through life. Nothing is rushed. Everything is with time and care. We're almost there. 30 more seconds. Letting that right leg really know how much we love it. Acknowledging its parts. Accepting how it feels. And slowly bring that foot back over the hip, putting both straps in one hand. This we might want to support our leg with a pillow or a block, because as we open our leg to the right side, letting it fall open, we could set it up onto a block or two blocks so that you feel supported, so your hip isn't going to open too much. Keeping that left hip down, feeling that heel pointing out towards the right side, just letting that open. And if that's too much, you can bend the knee, have the knee bent, and just let it come out to the side a little bit. It's not about what it looks like, it's about what it feels like. And we're only here for a minute. I'm grateful for this practice. I am grateful for you being here. And even if any of these positions feel too much, just visualizing yourself doing them already is working magic in the body. Dr. Joe Dispenza is categorizing that, how we have this power to heal ourselves. And slowly bend the knee of the right leg, release the strap, and let that leg slowly flow out. Maybe you want to roll it side to side. People always say, oh, the right leg feels longer than the left. When you can, bend the knees, bringing the feet back up onto the ground, and go ahead and take the same position that you did and put it on the left leg. So bringing the left leg up and looping the strap underneath. Check yourself here. Make sure our shoulders are firmly on the ground. Maybe we have a cushion or a blanket under our head because that's easier for us. The knee can be bent. Whatever variation you took on the right, try and attempt it on the left. Extend the heel up to the roof or maybe sky above you. And if you extended the leg out, you can do that now. We're here for 3 minutes. You're already 1/3 of the way through your practice. Remember, bring that heel and push it up towards the sky. Knee can be bent, leg can be supported. Don't beat yourself up. This can be an intense stretch for a very large group of muscles along the back of our legs. If we sit a lot, of course this group can become constricted. If you have to walk a lot of staircases, or maybe you're just into sports in general, a yin practice can really help us connect quickly to where we're holding onto tension. One more minute. When we use an eyes closed practice, it makes our senses turn inwards. You can use an eye pillowcase. What's that called? An eye mask. I often do that when I'm practicing in a brighter environment. And I will admittedly say that I had in the past pretty poor balance. And it's amazing the awareness and strength it's given me. And slowly let the foot come back over top of the hip. If you can, cross the straps. We're going to point that big toe inwards towards the right side of our body and slowly bring the leg across our hips, still pushing that heel up towards the sky. Small movement here. The leg is not coming all the way across unless both hips are still firmly on the ground. But our hips, our shoulders, they make a rectangle on the ground, and we feel sturdy in that, because it's not about how far it goes, it's about what you feel. Do you feel any engagement? Do you feel any held energy? We're letting it all go here. We're one more minute. Sometimes I make silly voices. That's just an FYI. Come back to the breath. Come back to the room. If it's possible, try inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, as that tells our nervous system we're safe, we don't have to work hard. Point that heel and slowly bring that foot back over the hip. And now again, we're going to point the big toe to the outwards, pushing that heel and slowly bringing it across the body. I used to think it was annoying stretching, relaxing in my body. I thought everything needed to be intense, powerful. a lot of yang energy. And I'm grateful for my broken tailbone, which led me to yin yoga, and how much more I love my body after discovering this practice. If you hear a motorcycle, it's outside my window. Breathe, relax the shoulders, and slowly bring the foot back over. Again, if you use blocks or a pillow or any kind of prop, we're slowly going to let that left leg fall out to the left side, and you want to feel supported in that. This hip wants to stay on the ground, the right hip stay on the ground. Knee can be bent. Nice big breath in and release. Slowly bend the left leg. Release yourself from any strap or bind. Let your legs fall out in front of you. Roll that around if you need to. Grab a block. Okay. Once you have your block, you can decide based on your practice to have the short side, the medium side, or the tallest side. We're slowly going to bend our knees, feet firmly on the ground, shoulders on the ground, eyes are closed. Inhale and push into your feet, lifting your bum and hips off the ground, and slowly put in the block to be right underneath that sacral hip bones. We don't really want to be on the tailbone. We don't really want to be so far off that we don't feel supported. I'm just going to do a little bit with this side. And see how that feels here. Let the arms fall out to the side. If you find that you want a little bit more, you can always adjust up. 1, 2, and 3. And I also invite anyone who wants a little bit more to slowly bring their heels together and allow their knees to fall out to the side, which again can be supported, so you know that they're not going to go too far. And just relax into this supported bridge, open butterfly pose. If this position feels vulnerable, you can use a blanket to cover yourself and feel warm, protected. You are in a safe practice and a safe place. You are allowed to release and let go here. We've got 2 minutes left. If you're just coming into the practice now too and joining us, I want to welcome you and thank you for being here. Thank you for giving yourself time and space, for maybe trying something new or trying someone new. I feel a little bit of fluttery energy in my hips, so I'm going to put my hands on my hips as we enter the last minute here. Looking up in between the eyebrows, breathing deeply. Slowly bring the knees up, however you need to, maybe with helping hands. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Inhale and push into your feet, lifting the hips and the buttocks off. Remove the block. And we haven't gone down yet. Arms straight out to the side. We're still up on our shoulders, pushing into the feet, and slowly lower, rolling your back down onto the ground. My bum still hasn't touched the mat. Really trying to imagine that unfurling of all those vertebrae, that beautiful spinal cord, until our hips are firmly on the ground, feeling that stretch. You can bring your knees one at a time or both, and just give yourself a nice little hug. You can rock back and forth, front and back, do circles, but try and be mindful, nice and slow. And when you're ready, feet on the ground, roll over to the right side, and slowly push yourself up into a seated position. And we're going to do a bit of breath work. Now you can sit however you feel comfortable. Maybe you have a leg extended. Maybe you sit on a blanket, a cushion. I prefer to sit on a block myself. We're just going to sit in a comfortable way, and we're going to try and work on a bit of breath work, our pranayama. We're going to start that Richard Wagamese is an author from Canada who believes that one of the first ceremonies is the sacred breath, so just breath on its own. If you only have energy tonight to sit and just breathe normally, that is totally okay. If you can go a little bit more, I invite you to bring your right hand in front of your face. You're going to close the left nostril, and you're going to inhale with the right nostril. You're going to close with your thumb over the right nostril and exhale. Inhale on the left. Nice big deep breaths. Close and exhale. Inhale on the right. Close and exhale on the left. Go at your own pace. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. If you get lost, know that every time you close a nostril, you will exhale.
This breathing practice opens up nadis, energy pathways in the body as believed from the yoga teachings. If practicing this first breath, the pranayama, every day for, I believe, 2 weeks, it is said that you can open up tens of thousands of energy pathways in your body, allowing prana, air, energy, life force, chi, whatever you want to call it, just allowing that to flow more consistently through the body. "30 seconds left. And wherever you're at, slowly let your right hand fall back down. Breathe normally, find your breath here. Just observe. And maybe you might want to open your eyes as you make this change, but remove any blocks or props that you may have and come down onto your mat on all fours. This is also why I enjoy a blanket. If you would like additional support for the knees, use a blanket, use a pillow. You also have the option for hands and knees to be up on blocks if that makes it feel a little bit easier. And here in a neutral spine, fingers are spread wide on the mats. Our feet are pointing backwards. We're making that nice square. We're going to start doing a breath practice with cat and cow. So as we come up and curl our spine, we exhale, bringing our chin to chest. And slowly as we inhale, rounding the spine, not going too far, but just feeling that curve. And exhale, go at your own pace. Remember the sloth. Feeling the balance between the two hands and the two knees. "30 more seconds. Enjoy all those minute movements. And when you've finished, slowly come back into a neutral spine. Crawl your hands back up until you're just on your knees. And now you may want to grab blocks as we lift the right foot slowly in front to make this nice square. We can hold ourselves up with our blocks and just slowly
Allow the left leg to go back. Be mindful of where your knee and your foot are. You don't want to be too far forward, but this is about opening up in the hips. And if you want, you can sit up. So wherever you find yourself in this position, feel supported. I really, really don't like somebody saying, you know, I couldn't get into a pose, and maybe you haven't been empowered to find the tools to help you be in that pose yet. So if you need cushions under your body so that you're supported, you know you can't sink too low, you can't hurt yourself or overextend, find what works for you. If sitting up feels better, we're aiming to get that nice stretch in that front part of our body and in our hips, down our legs. Find your breath, because we're here for 2 more minutes. We're 2/3 of the way through the practice. Something else I've found, that when our palms are up, we're less likely to resist a position. When our palms are down, we can unknowingly be pushing and causing tension in the body. That works for me. This isn't a comfortable yin pose. I'm sweating a little bit because we're allowing that hip to fully be expressed safely, comfortably, with time. Slowly put your hands down onto the ground or onto your blocks. Push back into that left knee. And if you can, bring your right leg back so the knees are in alignment. You can sit back up on your knees, and however you need to, bring your left foot forward. Take whatever variation you did on the right and do it on the left. Mindful of the knees, mindful of the hip. Maybe on this side you see it differently. So again, we're looking for that nice, beautiful stretch in the front. Can be supported so that you don't go too far. You can even use a chair, and that can be a great resting point to just let go. It is an honor and, how do I want to say, it's just so wonderful to give your body support, even though you may not think you need it, to just relax. We're 2 more minutes. And if you weren't here when I invited everyone, there will be time after the practice tonight that I'll stay and we can talk about the practice. We can talk about any of the asanas, poses, positions, props, anything you might have received or processed. Maybe you just need a mirror to come back. I'll be here. And we're 30 more seconds here. And slowly start to unwind yourself. If you've used any props, moving them out of the way. Remember, no points for moving quickly. Listen to the body. Come back onto the knees, and we're gonna slowly lower ourselves down onto the ground and bring your left ear onto the ground and let your arms come down by your side and just let go. Just completely let go into the ground here before we move into our next pose. You'll notice that I've come to face a different direction on my mat as well. And that is from one of my favorite teachers who says, whichever way you start facing, always end up facing the opposite direction. That's what she says anyways. I like it. Come back to your breath. Slowly pick up your head and bring it back into your center position, bringing the hands up flat on the floor underneath the shoulders. If that's already enough of a stretch, a back bend, because we're creating a back bend in our neck, you can put your hands in front of your forehead and rest there in the crocodile pose, if that's feeling like enough of a back bend. If you want a little bit more with the hands flat on the ground, slowly extend them until the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Shoulder blades are pulled back and down. Our face is gazing forward. Chin slightly tucked. Eyes can be closed. And again, this isn't a comfortable yin pose. We are creating a back bend and resting and holding our shoulders back, trying to open up that heart space, using the strength of our back muscles. And if they are talking to you, I encourage you come down onto the hands into crocodile. We're here for one more minute. If you've trailed off into a thought, totally okay. Come back into looking in between the eyebrows, breathing into the belly and finding how there's not as much space as when we were on our backs. That pressure that the weight of our body gives. Try and send that breath down deep into the belly before we exhale. If for the last bit in this pose you want a little bit more, you can extend your hands about 2 inches further. Still elbows towards the back and push into the hands, slowly bringing that curve a little bit higher. And slowly lower down onto the elbow if you went up, and bring your right ear onto the ground, hands beside your side, and release yourself fully into the ground. Observe that hard work that you just did and relax. And slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Arm can stay, the head can stay facing to the left, right ear on the ground. Bring your right arm out. Can you see me well? Yeah, double check that. Bring your right arm out, bend it at 90 degrees, hand flat on the ground. Our other hand's under our left shoulder. We're going to push into the left hand, rolling our body and bringing our leg up behind the body. So doing a nice spinal twist as we stretch our right shoulder. The more you push into the left hand, the more you will feel the stretch on the right side. So if you need to, grab a block for underneath your head. Bring a block or pillow for underneath your leg. Or if you can, find the ground. You can also use a cushion in between the legs. So right arm out, bend to 90. Push into your left hand and relax down, feeling that stretch. Come back to your breath. And slowly roll back towards the left, bringing the head to the other side, gazing towards the right. Extend your left arm out. Bend the left arm at 90 degrees. Bring your right hand under your right shoulder and push into the ground, rolling your body back. And again, take whatever variation you did on the opposite side. Pillow, cushion, block, bolster. It's not abnormal to see a leg up with a bolster on it, to have a foot on a block, to have something under the head. This is about awareness of what's happening in the body. Observe it, breathe into it, and relax. Again, the more you push into the right palm, the more you can feel that stretch in the shoulder and the pecs. Last 30 seconds. We are in our final 10 minutes of this practice. Slowly release and roll back down onto the ground, releasing the arms. And however you need to, make your way back onto your back. Keep your knees bent. Arms are coming out in T-shape. Palms up. Pick up your right foot. Bring it over top of the left knee. Pick up your left foot. Take it to the right side. Push down into the left foot, picking up the hips and bring them over to the right, and allow the legs to fall to the right side. Now's a great opportunity to use a pillow or a cushion, a block, all of those things. If you're feeling a lot of intense stretch there, you can bring the foot closer to the hip, less to the hip. Find this variation for this nice spinal twist, keeping the shoulders on the ground and supporting yourself. Breathing deeply. Imagining that those energy pathways that we opened in our 3 minutes of breath work, are helping blood flow, energy move. I appreciate you all being here. I really sincerely am grateful for this practice, which is why I am sharing it, even though it is very difficult for me to show up. I am grateful that you came and that you tried it. Last minute here. No matter what time zone you find yourself in, I hope that this connection with your body, with your breath, will help you in the rest of your day or the beginning of your sleep. And slowly start to bring those knees back up, pushing into the feet. Slowly unwind the right leg. Come back into straight spine, knees bent, shoulders are down. Take a moment to tuck them here. Remind them they're coming down the back. Our heart and chest is open. Pick up the left foot and bring it over top of the right knee. Take whatever variation, use whatever prop you did on the right, and do it here for the left. Pick up the right foot, take it over to the left side of your mat, push down, and pick up the hips and slowly fall towards the right side in that nice final twist. Nice big inhale. Not about how much you twist. It is about what you feel in your body. Skeletal variation. Skeletal variation. Last minute here. Unclench the jaw, tuck the chin. Fill the belly, and slowly exhale. And slowly bring the knees up, push into the feet. Unwind yourself. We're going to go back into our Shavasana, how we started our practice. Tuck our shoulders, let our arms fall out. Keep the knees bent if you need, one or both. Extend the feet. Maybe support under the knees with a blanket. Covering my feet with a blanket. If you have an eye pillow or anything, if you have light, feel free to grab it. And I'm going to be conscious of the time so everybody knows when the 60-minute mark has gone off. Find your normal breath. If you've gone away on a thought, come back in between the eyebrows. you take anything away from this practice, I hope that it is the teachings of Richard Wagamis and his sharing of the first sacred ceremony, which is the breath. If we all as a collective breathe more consciously, we can elevate. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers, rotate the feet clockwise, counterclockwise. If you can and your feet are extended, bring your toes together. Lift our arms over our head and bring our hands together, interlacing all but index fingers. And take a deep inhale. Stretch out through the hands and the feet. Hold it. And exhale. Release. Slowly bend the knees. Roll over to the right side in your own time. And slowly make your way up into a seated cross-legged position. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4. Start with a nice inhale. Exhale through the nose. Now I'll count us out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. And slowly release. Bring our arms up over our head. Nice inhale. And exhale, bring our arms down. One more time, arms up. Nice inhale, nice and gentle. Bring our hands together in prayer pose. Exhale, bring our hands down to heart center. Thank you for being in this practice. Namaste. Slowly open your eyes. And I welcome you to stay if you're still feeling like you have more time. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana. If you have any questions, I would love to be here to chat. I did draw an oracle card before this practice, and it told me that new social connections were happening. So I was like, oh, great. Gracias. Thank you, Emilio, for joining in this practice. Thank you, Maria from Texas. Yay. Oh, I'm so grateful. I'd really like to go to Texas. Sullivan, thank you. That was lovely. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Are you in the Maritime? Judith, great question. Am I in the Maritime? I'm actually in Badalona, Barcelona, Spain. So I'm in Eastern European time. But normally we live in Ontario in a place called Waterloo, and I will be in Eastern Standard Time then. So technically East Coast. Dee, thank you. This was wonderful. When is the next live practice? What a great question, Dee. I would also love suggestions if you have free times in your schedule. I'm really looking. I do a 90-minute practice every day. I'm happy to share it, or if people want smaller practices, I'm happy to share that too. But yeah, I'm really flexible in this. I'm in a sabbatical year with my partner, Emilio, and we moved to Barcelona, which is where my partner's from, so that our daughter could spend time with her grandparents. So yeah, I'm really flexible, and I'd really love to offer more lives. So in the meantime, I guess I'll schedule another one for this week. And if you want, Dee, you can suggest a time, and if I can make it happen, I'll try my best. Judith, you love Barcelona. So many people do. I love it too, but I'm definitely, I'm a small town girl. So it is hard for me to be in a big city, but I do like it. Mika, thank you from Southern California. Oh, thank you. All my favorite poses, my body and mind are grateful. I am grateful. I also feel that too. Thank you. Would love a weekend practice. Okay, does this time work? Does Sunday work for you guys? Because that's great. Helena, weekend is great. Yeah, awesome. Quick question for any of you who are still here. Does 60 minutes feel good, or would people feel great with a longer practice? And you can always come and leave before the end too, but that's just a question. I did, and I will share that all of my practices, what I loved about my teacher was that she would just ask, what do you want to work on? Who needs to release what?